Conflicting signals from Washington vis-à-vis New Delhi minutes before Prime Minister Narendra Modi's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The U.S. Embassy in India pushed out a social media message, actually praising U.S.-India partnership. But that positive tone sits uneasily with sharp criticism coming from within the Trump administration. This is the message on X that kicked up fresh confusion on the U.S. stance on India. The U.S. Embassy in New Delhi terms ties with India a defining relationship of the 21st century. The X post celebrates shared progress in innovation, defense, and bilateral cooperation, urging people to follow the hashtag US-India Forward for our people. The U.S. Embassy also quoted Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Rubio refers to the enduring friendship between the two countries as the bedrock of cooperation and key to realizing the tremendous potential of India-U.S. economic ties. Now, for the timing of this U.S. Embassy message, it comes as Prime Minister Modi and President Putin of Russia traveled together in the same car to the destination of their bilateral meeting after the conclusion of the SCO summit in Tianjin. India has refused to join Western sanctions on Russia, instead arguing that discounted energy purchases are vital for its growth. Earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi shared warm moments with Russian President Putin and Chinese President Xi as they met on the sidelines of the summit. The three engaged in smiles, handshakes, and hugs, and a rare display of camaraderie. Fact is, the upbeat tone and note of today's message from the embassy goes completely against the tone of remarks from inside Washington's power corridors. Donald Trump's trade counselor, Peter Navarro, has launched repeated attacks on India and Prime Minister Modi. Navarro has repeatedly accused New Delhi of bankrolling Russia's war in Ukraine by buying discounted oil. He warns that India's deepening economic links with Moscow and Beijing threaten global stability. Navarro has even branded Modi's war. His latest attack says Brahmins are profiteering at the expense of the Indian people. We need that to stop. So while one arm of the U.S. government pushes partnership, another questions India's credibility and intent. The conflicting messages highlight a larger dilemma in Washington, balancing strategic cooperation with India against frustration over its Russia and China ties. For New Delhi, the contrast raises a clear question. Is Washington truly committed to building long-term partnership, or is it reserving the right to publicly chastise when policies don't align?
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.